April 20th will, of course, be a very interesting bout between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Of course, it will be for Devin Haney's WBC Super Lightweight World Championship. And of course, the main thing that they're marketing is that this one counts. Obviously, in the amateurs, they are 3 for 3, so tied, right? And it's pay-per-view, which, the fight, Haney versus Garcia, definitely can be pay-per-view worthy, but, like, it needs a good undercard, right? Just like most pay-per-views. This one doesn't. It has Arnold Barbosa Jr., don't get me wrong, good fighter. Not a good opponent. Bektamir Melikuziev. He's fighting an undefeated fighter. Really, it's going to be a good fight. It's just no one knows either fighters, so yeah. And of course, Scrappy Ramirez will be fighting for the WBA interim world title, so obviously he will become mandatory for the super flyweight world champion, or Ioka. Very nice. But of course, we're here to talk about the main event also because they don't have the other fights listed on BoxRec, so I don't know. Anyways, Ryan Garcia is 24-1 with 20 wins by way of knockout and 1 loss by way of knockout. Of course, we all know where that one came from. Came from Tank, the damn near 30-year-old, and Garcia was like 24, weight drained. No excuses. He signed the contract. Is just interesting. Of course, he has knockout power, 83% knockout ratio. Of course, he is coming off of a good win against Oscar Duarte after the loss. Round 8, KO. Very nice win. Of course, his defensive prowess is definitely something. But, of course, Devin Haney, the former undisputed lightweight world champion and now WBC super lightweight world champion, is also 25. These guys are really young. But anyways, he is 31-0 with 15 wins by way of knockout. Of course, not a power puncher. He did knock down the flat-footed Regis Prograis. Yeah. And also he beat George Kambosos for the undisputed world titles. Interesting to say the least. I mean, he did defend it against Vasily Lomachenko, which most people thought he lost. So, yeah, that says a lot. But now he'll be fighting a younger guy in a long time. Kambosos was back in 2022, at least late 2022. He was decently young. I mean, he was never that good. Respect to him, though, a unified world champion. No one can tell him otherwise. Joseph Diaz, the former featherweight, went 12 rounds with him. The 3-division world champion Jorge Linares, who wobbled him, also kind of not really what he used to be, obviously. And the old Eureka's Gamboa. Yeah. Anyways, he'll be facing a healthier Ryan Garcia. And definitely someone who seems to be just as dedicated as he was when he was fighting Tank Davis. Now, of course, the question is, does Ryan Garcia have a chance? And of course he does. He has a really good chance, especially how we saw how he fought Tank. Now, of course, Devin Haney is the fighter that he has a game plan, a good game plan. He uses his speed to get out the way, just pick and poke at him, gain points. Of course, he was somewhat aggressive against Regis Prograis, but then again, that was also against someone who can't really chase you. But once he starts getting pressured, once he starts getting uncomfortable, yeah, he doesn't know what to do. He just fights harder, which, don't get me wrong, gets him the win. Most notably against Joseph Diaz, who, it was a close fight. I thought it was a really close fight. I watched it. I was like, damn, Jojo Diaz is actually doing really good. He still lost. I didn't think he won, but it was definitely a really close fight. Why? Because Joseph Diaz was obviously making him uncomfortable. Devin Haney really does not know what to do in those situations. He just kind of holds. He's a holder, by the way. He held so much they had to make a little graphic for him when he fought George Kambosos. He initiated something like, it was double-digit clinches. I was like, damn, bro, what? That's a lot of clinches. Not to mention, against Jorge Linares, he literally just jumped in and hugged. So, sometimes inexcusable, but other times makes sense. You were hurt, whatever. Most of the time unexcusable. But, once again, he was pressured by Vasily Lomachenko. Panicked, obviously. Some tiny dude, old, by the way, was whooping your ass. You think, damn, what do I do? You're like, I don't know. just fight harder. Whatever, right? But of course, he had a very dominant performance against Regis Prograis. All the judges gave Devin Haney all 12 rounds, so that is amazing. But he's fighting a lot more mobile Ryan Garcia. Of course, Ryan Garcia also has speed in his arsenal. He could definitely use his left hook to his advantage if he doesn't spam it like he did against Tank. Of course, he was doing good against Tank by doing something that, if he does against Devin Haney, could get him the win. Make him uncomfortable. He was doing that against Tank. Even when Tank was holding for dear life, Ryan was getting good punches in, and very strong ones too. I mean, of course, he was weight drained back then. He'll definitely be a lot healthier, a lot stronger in this fight. If he does against Devin Haney, I don't see how Devin Haney can counter that. I really don't. Devin Haney's going to have to hold, and if he holds for too much, I'm just saying, I don't think he might have the benefit of the doubt like he did in the last fight to think they might actually take a point off if he keeps holding, if Ryan Garcia does what he has to do. Of course, because if he goes to try to outbox Devin Haney, make it slow as possible, yeah, he's not going to win. He's going to have to press the action. He's going to have to bully Devin Haney. And it's very much possible. I mean, you don't even have to, like, pressure him smartly. You just have to jump in like JoJo did, and you'll get it done. Of course, with that being said, we expect Ryan Garcia to do it for most of the fight, which might happen, but Devin Haney has everything he needs to, get the win. Obviously, he is the better boxer. But weirdly enough, I'm going to say this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Devin Haney knows how to adjust. Because he was, like, don't get me wrong, he was getting Lomachenko to the body a lot of the times. But at the same time, he was doing that, like, most of the fight. So, like, it wasn't really an adjustment. I would assume it was a game plan. But, yeah, I'm going to throw a long shot. I see Devin Haney obviously is the favorite for a reason. He can outbox Ryan for all 12 rounds. He's not going to knock him out. Oh, I don't know why people are all like, oh, man, Devin Haney's going to knock him out. Oh, yeah, Devin Haney, the guy who his last knockout was back in 2019, 5 years ago. This guy's gonna get the knockout. He's not. Whoever's betting Devin Haney knockout, they're just throwing their money away. You had a better chance of Devin Haney first round knockout, which makes no sense, but it makes sense. You have the same chances of that. But Ryan Garcia, like I said, if he presses the action, makes Devin Haney uncomfortable, he 100% can get it done. But that's if he's willing to commit to that game plan. If not, it's going to be a long night. He's going to get outboxed for the rest of the fight. I'm going to say this right now. Ryan Garcia is going to knock down Devin Haney. I see it here. I say it's going to happen. The mind games Ryan's playing, of course, because he's going crazy with the elite stuff, which, don't get me wrong, on the internet is definitely a lot harder to tell if somebody's serious or not, because obviously there's no real emotion behind it. Also with the voice memos and all the stuff he does, but like whenever they record him like in person, he does not look like someone that would be like talking like that. Like he's talking normally, which you could say, oh, he's putting on a mask or whatever. I'm just saying, Ryan might be doing the most complicated mind games of all time. I'm just saying, he's putting up generational numbers. But of course, the Diddy comments, of course, Ryan Garcia is alleging that Devin Haney got his waste dispenser cleaned. Should get my drift. Many people wish that they don't, but they did. Which, of course, to be honest, I'm gonna say this right now. It's getting to Devin Haney's head. I'm gonna be real with you. Someone's accusing you of being a homosexual, especially with these fighters. Yeah, they definitely would not take too kindly to that. But anyways, enough about outside politics and all that stuff. I got Ryan Garcia, 5th round knockout. That's right. We throwing the alley-oop right there. Kobe, swish, we about to make that happen. 5th round, Ryan Garcia win. Why? Because look at what happened with Tank. Don't get me wrong. Tank and Devin Haney are two completely different fighters, but look how Tank was holding on. I'm just saying, that was straight up holding. That wasn't no, oh, I'm clinching, trying to get an advantage. No, he was holding. He was trying to prevent Ryan from punching at all. He was like, damn. He was holding the entire time. I was like, damn. Which, don't get me wrong, holding is to prevent the punches, but you get what I'm saying. He was holding. Devin Haney, I'm just saying, Devin Haney don't got the chin. He's chinny. And if anyone's able to touch his chin, it would be Ryan Garcia. 5th round knockout, alley-oop. I'm putting $20 on it. Easy money. Of course, that is optimistic of me, but realistically, Devin Haney's losing 6th round, to be honest. I don't know. That's more realistic. But anyways, hope you enjoy this video. Like I said, Devin Haney's a good boxer. I just can't see how he would react if if Ryan, who has actual power, actually presses the action like someone like JoJo did. Of course, because he's not going to do the same thing Lomachenko did, but JoJo, Ryan can replicate that, obviously in his own way, but he could definitely replicate that, the best compared to someone like Lomachenko. But anyways, I just can't see someone. I just can't see someone like Haney reacting well to that. Obviously, no one's going to react well, but Haney losing 5th round, alley-oop, $20 parlay. Anyways, hope you enjoy this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.